And what's up, everyone? I wanted to take a bit of time to kind of sort of put my thoughts out there on a particular topic. As you can see, this is a topic at hand and kind of a running, I'd call it a myth. Females have it easier, and the brutal honest truth. The age old, if I was female, well, stop right there. This is a very naive way of thinking. Also, if people are solely tuning in for a streamer because they like them on a superficial level, they aren't going to be tuning into your streams no matter what you do. Being condescending to other creators because of clothing or content choices and blaming them for your failures is definitely a you problem. And the reality of streaming, despite how it may look, is not simply turning on a camera and playing a game. I mean, at the most basic level, flipping on a camera, going live, and it is that easy, but the next level, the next actual step is growing and being successful, at least successful in your own eyes, is a whole other achievement. And I kind of wanted to touch on some things I've seen with other streamers and other videos, and kind of just over the years of doing this, on what can really help people, what I've noticed helps people, what me as a viewer look for, and what your viewers are looking for as well. And the biggest one, definitely personality, being welcoming. Streamers will play to their strengths on this, male or female. They play to their strengths to garner the engagement that they need. Some people are social butterflies. They will be able to talk and carry the conversation and kind of pull in people, engage people on a just speaking level. Then you have the others who play to their strength, where let's say they commit to a genre of games. They are really good at that genre. They're very knowledgeable in that genre, whether it be retro or RPGs, like specifically Final Fantasy, or horror games in that realm. People kind of rope themselves into it. I mean, you have the competitor shooters, but if you're just starting out, or if you're trying to grow, you're going to want to kind of study a little bit and go from there. But most important thing you can do as a streamer is be positive, be well spoken, and just be welcoming to people coming in. Last thing you want to do is have a very closed in mindset going into it. It's not as simple as people are going to watch me play games, I'll get paid for it. That is not the way to do it, and it has nothing to do with you being male or female. Everyone has equal opportunity in this platform. You just got to play to your strengths. What is something that is of your personality type do you find interesting, highlighting that, bringing that out? If speaking is not something you're good with, practice. You can use OBS, Prison Live Studio, whatever tools you may want. You can sit there and record a video as a test run to kind of test out things. Listen to yourself, see what you're doing. But you need to build that personality for yourself. Next up, I also find this one highly important: quality of your stream. You don't necessarily need fancy equipment, don't need fancy microphones, high-end cameras, fantastic sound systems. You just need a really stable internet connection, the proper software, stuff that can actually make you heard. You don't want to depend on microphones in your camera, headset, simple Blue Yeti microphone, a game console to stream from. You don't need a fancy high-end gaming PC or high-end graphics cards. So not graphics cards, capture cards. Just audio balance. So those are the things you're going to want to focus on. Are those top two things. Do some test recording. Go back and rewatch your streams as you complete them. See what works, what didn't. See what it looks like watching you. I know some people don't like hearing themselves, but my suggestion is you're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna want to dive in, and you're going to want to treat it like another streamer. You want to be the viewer of your own stream. and that'll help you build that quality. It'll help you check the output of it. I mean, obviously you can use the frame drops to look for that quality as far as everything goes with your stream bitrate, adjusting accordingly. Having someone in your chat be a sound check for you. Those are some things you can try out. But again, you don't want to be that person that has your voice drowned out or everything's way too loud. Understand your software and audio levels. But yep, personality and audio and quality presentation is going to be very key to it all. And some people are very good at highlighting this stuff. Watch other streamers, watch videos on YouTube, just take some notes and a little effort into it. The next thing you gotta ask yourself, what are you doing on stream? And as I mentioned before, personality, welcoming, engaging, but look alive on stream. You don't want to, I'm sure you as a viewer has gone into streams and the person's just sitting there with their controller. They're kind of mumbling to themselves and really focused and not really saying anything. After sitting through a 30-second ad on Twitch and you get to a streamer doing that in a dark room, kind of focused in, very quiet, it makes it kind of awkward to kind of say something as a viewer. You might say something you kind of want to be able to get in and say hi and get out. If the person's actively doing stuff, it's easy to get in and talk to someone and get out. I think that might make it easier for people to open up a little bit. If they feel it's a comfortable way to talk, they will talk, engage, and if they like it, they'll stay, they'll follow, they'll be back. If you don't know what to do, you can always try narrating the game. If you're playing an RPG, those are kind of great games because they require a lot of narration and a lot of reading. Talk about the game. What are you doing in the game? What's your strategy? What are your goals in the game? Let's say you're speedrunning a game, thinking aloud of your next steps. Kind of give that thought process of what you're doing for your viewers, what your goals are, and kind of talking about it. Not only help you as a streamer, but also help engage your audience, and then kind of leads to the next thing and talking. You can kind of jump in and out of conversation that way. It will really help kind of bring the stream to life. But it'll also make your viewers a little bit easier to engage with. And at least, if anything, you'll gain some lurkers and viewership and followers, and you can build from there. It takes time, but it can happen. But if you're dead silent, it's going to get very awkward for anyone to kind of hang around, because again, if they're going to watch you just sitting there dead silent with an emotionless behavior, they're not going to stick around. Also, being positive, try not to rage. Some people can be entertaining. It's a personality trait. You can be entertaining doing it. You're very awkward doing it. You got to kind of know your limitations with it. Either can be, I feel that kind of attribute is a hard, good or bad. There's really no, maybe an awkward in between, but again, if you're just starting out, maybe trying to keep light on the raging and heavy swearing, because again, a lot of people, you're sitting there swearing, just no end, swearing and raging. People are gonna be uncomfortable, not going to hang around and watch it. I know as a viewer it can be uncomfortable, but again, go back and watch yourself, see how you handled yourself, see how you handled the stream, see if it was entertaining for you. I hate to use a metaphor, but using a sports metaphor, your stream VOD is like your game film. Go back and see what was successful, what wasn't successful, why you won or lost, and review it, compare it. But don't compare it in the sense that, well, this is the reason I can't do this. You are your own obstacle. You will determine your success. You will determine how people see you. People aren't going to just come to you because you want them there. No one's obligated to see you. So the next step you got to think of is, what are you doing on stream? You need to come up with your channel identity. Some people have chatting as their identity. and they mix in some gaming, and it can come with a healthy balance. If you are heavy into chatting and you sprinkle in gaming, you might lose some viewers, not followers, but you're gonna have to kind of come up with a healthy balance, because if you have too much gaming, that just chatting group is probably gonna, dwindle down, or vice versa. If you have a heavy chatting and little gaming, the gaming side might not really engage much in your chatting side. If you want to be a first-person shooter, then you're really gonna have to engage in that community of ecosystem. If you're looking to interesting games that are low, I mean, look at the followers on the category, for example. Those are the viewers that you'll be recommended to. Having a high follower count on a category with low viewers that puts you at the top will definitely help you get your face out there to that group of people. So if let's say a category has 1 million followers and like 2 viewers and 1 person streaming, if you're that second person, you're at the top of the list. You'll be out there on those people's recommendation feeds because they follow that category. So use that to your advantage. And also, when you do finally find that identity, be the source of info, or at least knowledgeable in the area that you commit to. If it's RPGs, let's say you pick up on Final Fantasy, you probably want to get a little further into it if you're really going to have to love it. I mean, you can play it casually, but again, you want to create identity. If you start building it based on that and then you switch over to playing Minecraft, you're pretty much gonna alienate some of your viewership. I've seen people commit to genres. You have the horror streamers, you have the RPG streamers, you have the retro streamers. They all kind of fall into balance to where they want to be. You have your retro speedrunners, for example. Everyone kind of falls into their group, but you have to be comfortable. You have to enjoy what you're doing. If you're picking stuff just to stream for numbers, you're going to be unhappy, and it's going to reflect in your content. It's not one of those, I'll just play the popular game, or I'll just play this game because people like it. If you're not enjoying it, your viewers aren't going to enjoy seeing you do it because you're going to be miserable. So keep that in mind when you're going through it. And then finally, other content. When you compare yourself to these other streamers, you need to ask yourself more than just, they're just better because of this reason. What other media sources are they on? They could be doing things like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, other social media sites, being active on Twitter, being active in other communities, kind of growing their group of, streaming content friends. And that definitely will resonate with people and bring other viewers to you, not necessarily going self-promoting yourself, but indirectly being around, talking, being positive. Don't put yourself down, but also don't put others down because you feel that they have an advantage over you. They're just highlighting their strengths. And you got to know your strengths and what your weaknesses are, where you should improve yourself. No, not everyone's the same, but I feel that these few things are definite leg ups on a channel: personality, quality, and identity of your channel. You will bring in people doing that. Again, either at a fast rate or a slow rate. There's no winning combination to bring yourself in. I feel people who explode over a short period of time, more of a stroke of luck, depending on what they've been doing. Now, if they come in as a YouTube creator that has 1 million followers over there and they start on Twitch, they're going to explode really quick because it's going to drag that following over. But someone starting out with no following anywhere, is going to kind of a uphill battle. And if you're just streaming and that's all you want to do, I mean, it's great if you are accepting if it's a hobby, but if you're looking to grow a following, grow a community, you might want to explore other media platforms as well, other content platforms, I should say, to bring you that following over to here and vice versa. It'll definitely help your exposure, because the problem in the streaming world, whether what platform it is, discoverability is just not there. Live streaming discoverability is very, very difficult. your best bet is going to be on places like YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, where your content's getting out to millions of people and has a much larger user base than these streaming platforms. Not saying you can't grow here. I've seen people strictly stream and they grow and they do just fine, but they have a plan. You need a plan and you need goals, milestones for yourself. What do you want to do and how do you want to accomplish it? You gotta, again, you can't go into it with just, I'll flip on the camera, I'll start playing this game and people are gonna love it. Why are people gonna love it? That's what you gotta ask yourself. And it's tough. And then the other crucial thing is being consistent. You don't want to sit there and stream for a day, take weeks off, come back for a random stream or two, take more weeks off. You don't have to stream every day. You can pick one day a week, but be consistent with it. You stream Fridays, stream Fridays. If you want to stream the weekends, stream the weekends, but be consistent every weekend, and go from there. It's not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon, and you gotta go in the mindset of being open-minded, being able to look at yourself and watch yourself and be at least entertaining to a point for yourself. And a lot of people struggle, go back and watching their content and say, I don't like hearing myself. That's fine, but are you able to look past that? And or is the content you're providing, would you find it entertaining with that aside? Because if you're not able to at least create content that you're interested in, why would anyone else want to be interested in your content? That's a harsh question. It's a harsh statement. It's very broad, because I know that some people have the problem of being able to watch themselves or listen to themselves and they just can't do it. And I know that sucks, but at least they can hopefully look past that and look at the content they're providing their viewers and their fans. And it's not unheard of. People are being successful out there, but again, going into it strictly for numbers, strictly for I need this so I can pay my rent, you need to have the mindset of this is going to take some time, and you might be working with a zero-sum game at the front, and over time you can get there. You just need that plan and that dedication and just a little stroke of luck. Again, like I said, it's not easy in any platform really, but it definitely helps get your exposure out there. Being out there and you got to keep people to click on your content. That's where the luck comes in. Once you get people there and people start liking, commenting, and sharing it and talking about it, starts to create that ball rolling. But again, you got to keep that consistency to keep that ball rolling, or it's just going to roll off the cliff. So, but with that said, try to stay positive, keep your head up, be nice to everyone, and again, stop blaming others for your issues. But let me know your thoughts on the topic in the comments below. What would be your advice to some people starting out? What's your advice to other streamers? What would you wish you knew when you started that maybe others might want to know? Again, comment below. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, drop a like and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the little notification bell so you get notifications when my new content comes up. I stream over on Twitch and I also have other platforms I participate in. All links in the description below. Again, thanks again, and I will catch you all next time. See ya.